Now for more on this is chairman of the RNC Youth Advisory Council and author of One Generation Away, Brilyn Hollyhand, as well as student at George Washington University and chairman of the GW College Republicans, Kieran Laffey. Great to see you both this morning. Brilyn, I'll start with you. So Gen Z showing up strong for Republicans. What is it about the Republican Party right now that is attracting so many voters in your age group?
Well, Charlotte, we're doing something that's pretty uncommon in politics. We're actually keeping the promises that we made on the campaign trail. Now, that's a new novel concept that you're not used to in politics, but it's actually working really well to keep Gen Z together. For far too long, the Democrat Party thought that they owned my generation. I remember the days just a few cycles ago when the Democrats felt that they had a monopoly on us, that they earned and deserved our vote just because we were young and naive. And now, for far too long, the Democrats have got Gen Z's vote, gotten into office, and those free things and emotions that they've dangled in front of our face, they didn't actually enact. They didn't actually vote or put legislation together to help the future of our country. Instead, they actually broke our nation. They destroyed this great country that we're trying to grow up in and raise families in, and they drove up the debt, making it harder for us to attain the American dream. Yale, of all places, not even a conservative-friendly place, is now saying that 18 through 21-year-olds are the most conservative demographic. This is major news, Charlotte.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Kieran, as you know, Charlie Kirk, who has been all over college campuses talking to young voters, sat down with California Governor Gavin Newsom and asked about those cringy TikToks that Democrats have been posting. Take a listen.
You guys are posting these cringe videos on social media.
What are the videos? What are the ones that
I don't know,
most
this
cringy?
like harmonious thing of like 22 senators all saying the same
You
thing.
didn't like that, yeah.
I didn't like it. Go ahead, go do more of that.
What do you do?
Please.
What do you do? Seriously, Charlie Kirk, give us some advice.
Get better ideas, Governor.
Okay, now take a look at one of those Democrat TikToks that they were just referencing.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points.
Yeah. Kieran, is that going to win over you and your friends?
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's hard to watch. I mean, the youth vote, I think it's so important. The media doesn't talk about it enough, and I think we need to take a step back. This demographic used to quite literally deliver elections to the Democrat Party. I mean, Barack Obama, in 2008, they believe, got about 65% of the 18 to 25-year-old vote. And, I mean, the big question is why? You watch that video, I mean, I think you can understand why the culture is changing, but look, this group of individuals are the people who went through COVID. They went through lockdowns where Democrat governors said you can't go to school, you can't play the sport you love. They forced you to wear a mask for years. I think they look at the state of the parties right now. You have one party, like Brilyn said, is fulfilling its promises. We're cutting taxes, we're securing the border. And I mean, the other side, they quite literally are meeting with illegal immigrants in El Salvador who have beaten their wives and are criminals. And I think the divide couldn't be sharper and stronger. And I think this is great news for the Republican Party. And if this stuff continues, the other side's going to have a very tough time winning elections.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And Brilyn, I know that you spoke at the Alabama State House on Wednesday, urging your local politicians to get Gen Z more involved in local, state, and of course, national politics. How was that meeting? And what do you think needs to be the next steps to get even more of the younger generation interested in politics?
It was really cool. I actually cited this Yelp poll because this is data to back up the fact that if this isn't just a rumor that Gen Z has slipped conservative, it's an actual fact. And my focus now is on 26 and 28 to keep my generation in the big tent of the Republican Party, for this not to be a one-time vote, a one-time flip. And what I said to the Republican senators and representatives in Alabama was really simple. Listen, Biden and Harris's DNC strategy failed. Biden and Harris's strategy to win Gen Z was to call us Nazis and garbage. Trump's strategy was simple. He traveled to college campuses and he set for 3-hour podcasts and he said he'd make our future great again. And thankfully, we believed him. We can use that same strategy on a local, state, and again, nationwide level when we do these congressional Senate races in 26 and 28 to keep the majority, to keep a Republican in the White House. This shouldn't be a one-time flip. We shouldn't have Gen Z flip back to the Democrats come the next cycle. We need to keep them as they grow up in our party. And I definitely think it's possible, Charlotte.
Yeah, you know, good point. And Democrats, they're trying to do the same thing. It seems like their new plan is just send out Congresswoman AOC and Bernie Sanders on a national anti-Republican, anti-everything tour. Do you think this is a smart strategy, Kieran?
You tell me sending an 84-year-old senator out there on the campaign trail and AOC to talk to the youth, it hasn't worked, and I don't think it will continue to work. I think you look at both parties, the divide couldn't be stronger. This youth coalition, I'm on a college campus in a liberal town. I could even feel the culture changing. It's almost cool to be a conservative now, something that hasn't been seen since the Reagan era. And look at our ambassadors. You mentioned Charlie Kirk, Caroline Levitt, the youngest press secretary in American history. Young, common sense minds represent the Republican Party now, and I think it's a great sight to be seen.
I like that. Coin the phrase cool to be conservative. Good stuff. Brilyn, Kieran, great to see you both this morning.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
Happy Easter. So